hands-on in-water training. We have developed jet boat riding tactics. They are based on flight training anti-collision techniques that can be taught to the new rider in a short period of time. These tactics will cause the rider to think before performing a maneuver rather than to rely on past learned behavior. With these craft running at speeds in excess of 50 miles per hour, coupled with the ability to get to top speed so quickly, closing speeds in excess of 100 miles per hour are not uncommon. Factor in the large number of boats on our waterways, with most boating traffic on a straight course at a high rate of speed. Amidst this, you have the jet boats running in circles with sudden course changes. Their vision is obscured with spray from their maneuvers. This is where accidents can be expected. Our training is designed to address these problems with a unique approach. The new rider is taught to maneuver to maintain separation from other traffic. You cannot assume the other boat knows the rules of the road. For instance, if someone on your port or starboard side passes you at a high rate of speed, then cuts across your course, you always make the defensive maneuver, not worry who has the right of way. We begin with going over maneuvers to be performed before entering the water. Next, the instructor shows the student a signal that will cause him to stop, turn off his engine to allow the instructor to ride alongside to correct the problem. We begin with the rider being instructed to scan for other traffic at all times. He is shown a clearing turn, which is performed before every maneuver is attempted. This simple maneuver ensures his 6 o'clock or behind him is clear of traffic. The instructor then shows the student the correct way to perform a 90-degree turn, and then a J-turn. Both of these maneuvers will be needed to maintain separation with the use of the throttle. When the instructors are confident the rider is comfortable with these maneuvers, he introduces the air horn. When the horn is sounded by the instructor, the student must assume a swimmer has just appeared in front of him and turn that very second. This horn will be sounded several times during the training. This procedure introduces the rider to the panic moment just before a collision and demonstrates the need for power to turn the craft. We continue by having the student run at full speed, remove his hand from the throttle, and then turn the handlebars hard over. This further demonstrates the lack of off-throttle steering as the boat continues in a straight course. Next, we do the buoy runs. We place 3 buoys in the water. The second buoy is 80 feet from the first, and the last, in line, is another 10 feet away. This course is designed to demonstrate to the student the headway of the craft. The rider is requested to perform maneuvers around the end 2 buoys as fast as he feels comfortable. The instructor then has the rider run to the first buoy, power down, and accomplish the maneuvers as slow as he can. This drill places the rider in a throttle-off situation with headway. The boat glides past the 2 end buoys, and the rider cannot slow the craft down. The rider is experiencing that power must be introduced to obtain control of the craft. The student also learns of the tremendous headway these craft maintain at speed. This is experienced when a rider approaches a dock, a boat at anchor, or a person in the water. Reaction to traffic training. The last tactic is the proper reaction to traffic. The ability of the instructor is paramount with this training. We recommend this be performed at half speed with large separations for safety. While the student runs in a straight course, the instructor passes to port of the student. Then, when clear, cuts across the student's course. The instructor is looking to the student to turn behind his course. The exercise is repeated on the starboard side. Next, the instructor approaches the student again from port and starboard and obtains safe separation, cuts in front, and performs a J-turn. The student is to turn into the safe quadrant. The instructor then approaches the straight-ahead position. He is looking for the student to show him a course change to maintain separation and then resume his course. Finally, the instructor approaches from straight ahead and then cuts across the student's course. He expects the student to turn behind him. All of these maneuvers are designed to have the student make various decisions and physically perform the correct maneuver. We are changing his learned behavior to invoke the proper conditioned response, not to respond by his past learning from his bicycle, motorcycle, or car. We want to have the new rider experience these danger scenarios in a controlled environment rather than in boating traffic.